Hi, and welcome to Seeds to Success. My name is Johanna Freeler. I'm the program manager of this new resource for Louisiana teachers and students. It's made possible by the Louisiana Department of Education and LSU Ag Center's Louisiana Farm to School program. In this introduction video, I'll walk through all that's available on the website, including agricultural and nutrition lesson plans for teachers that we've linked to Louisiana student standards, growing guides, and much more. I'll also talk about how Louisiana teachers can sign up for free gardening materials to bring the growing process to life in their classroom.
So I'll jump right in and give you a little background information about the program. Farm to School programs promote the use of locally grown and raised agricultural products in school nutrition programs. The three core elements of Farm to School are to integrate education that involves students in activities related to agriculture, food, health, or nutrition. Procurement refers to bringing locally or regionally produced foods into school cafeterias or as snacks, and incorporating school gardens, which help students engage in hands-on learning through gardening. Now you may be asking, why is this important? It is shown that farm to school programs increase student access to healthy, locally grown products. It also links schools and farmers while increasing student awareness of the importance of agricultural activities through active learning opportunities. In 2016, Governor John Bel Edwards signed the Farm to School bill, which established the Louisiana Farm to School program. The Louisiana Farm to School program is made possible through an agreement between the LSU Ag Center and the Louisiana Department of Education, and funded through the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Seeds to Success seeks to expand this farm to school programming across Louisiana. It all started with the idea that our relationship with food transforms when we are able to experience it unfolding from seed to plate. As part of the USDA Farm to School Grant Project, Louisiana schools are eligible to receive classroom gardening materials, access web-based growing guides, and engaging lessons, all designed to integrate gardening into classroom and at-home learning. By participating in Seeds to Success, you'll be promoting an engaging and experiential education through gardening. It will also increase the knowledge and awareness of food literacy, agriculture, healthy eating, local foods, and seasonality for your students, while also improving access to fresh, locally grown food. Seeds to Success provides free gardening materials for Louisiana teachers, along with an educational website that includes lesson plans, all linked to Louisiana state curriculum standards, and growing guides for 16 fruits and vegetables you can grow in a school garden. More about these program elements will be covered in detail next. First, I'll cover the free gardening materials available to Louisiana teachers. Step 1 are seed packets and lesson plans. Louisiana teachers can log on to their account at www.seeds2success.com and request these easy, fast-growing romaine lettuce and radish seeds to get started. We'll also include a lesson plan handout that suggests fun ways to incorporate these seeds into classroom learning for K through 12 students. These can also be adapted for pre-K. Many of you watching have already received these packets that we've delivered to your school. If so, you'll want to pay attention to step 2. After you've received the gardening materials in step 1, step 2 would include a windowsill greenhouse kit for your classroom, seed packets, and lesson plans. This step brings the seed starting process to life in your classroom using the greenhouse kits. We'll also include seeds for red leaf lettuce and red chard, and another lesson plan handout that's paired with these seeds to incorporate hands-on learning into your classroom. Louisiana teachers can sign up for step 2 by scanning the QR code shown on this slide with your smartphone, or by visiting the link shown below. First priority will be given to schools participating in the National School Lunch Program, but we encourage all K through 12 schools and homeschool programs to submit a request. Step 3 is the final phase of the gardening materials for those who are ready for more. This larger grow box is a great fit for engaged classrooms to learn about the entire growing process from seed to plate. We'll also include different types of seeds along with complementary lesson plans. And as always, these lesson plans are linked to Louisiana student standards and approved by the Department of Education. This step will be available for those who complete Step 2. Next, I'll give you an overview of our website at www.seedstosuccess.com to show you all of the amazing resources we have. The three main parts of the website are Seeds to Grow, Seeds to Sow, and Seeds to Know, which I'll dive into next. Whether you're a new grower or you've been maintaining your school's garden for years, a great place to start on our website is Seeds to Grow. Here you'll find gardening basics like our Grower's Guide and glossary of gardening terms and concepts that'll give you information for a successful growing season. My favorite resource in this section is our Louisiana Sustainable Planting Guide for school and home gardens. Here you'll find a summary table that I recommend printing and using as a reference when you're deciding when to plant. We have planting times divided by the northern part of the state and southern part of the state, or zones 8 or 9. Our recommended planting method, direct seeding or transplanting. Recommended seed depth, plant spacing, average days to harvest, and which plant family the crop is in. Next up on the website is Seeds to Sow. This is a great place to go if you're looking for gardening help or just want to dig deeper with individual growing guides. We'll cover 16 fruits and vegetables that grow well in Louisiana. This is a great resource for school and home gardens. In each guide, you'll find a brief history of that crop, which can be integrated into your classroom lesson, varieties that we recommend for Louisiana, when and how to plant, where to plant, plant care throughout the growing season, as well as how to harvest and recommended ways to store the fruit or vegetable. And lastly, we'll include nutrition facts along with recommended recipes for taste testing in your classroom or cooking at home. For Louisiana educators listening to this video, Seeds to Know will probably be the most exciting and relevant part of the website for you. We have worked closely with Louisiana educators to identify the best lessons and activities for K-12 students that will bring the growing process to life in the classroom and at home. Working with these educators, we've linked the lessons to Louisiana state curriculum standards, and they are all grouped by 16 fruits and vegetables you can also grow in your school garden or classroom. We've organized them by grade level, K through 2, 3 through 5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12, although most of the lessons and activities in the K through 2 section can also be adapted for pre-K. We have also included books, videos, and other resources that can accompany the lesson plans. When you create an account at seeds2success.com, this will allow you to save your favorite lesson plans and activities to incorporate into your curriculum. One lesson plan that you'll find in the Seeds to Know section of the website is called Let Us Be Healthy. You'll find this sorted under the K through 2 and the 3 through 5 grade levels, and it'll be under the lettuce section. It's from Kids Gardening, and then in this lesson, students will grow the makings of their own salad, which is a fun and easy way to bring greenery into the classroom and their diet. They'll review plant needs and explore indoor gardening by growing lettuce. And if you sign up for Step 1 or Step 2 of our free gardening materials, we'll include a packet of lettuce seeds. This is a great lesson to use the seeds in your classroom. It also meets many Louisiana student standards. You'll see all the standards for science that it meets, along with English, language arts, and health. And these will be different whether it's for K through 2 or 3 through 5. In the next slide, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into this lesson. I wanted to include a couple of screenshots from this lesson to show you just how engaging and interactive it is. Students will start with an exploration of different lettuce varieties, and these could be physical seed packets like the ones that we send in step 1 and 2 of our gardening materials, or they can conduct an online search through many of the seed distribution companies that are out there. In this table, they'll summarize the different variety names, description of the type of lettuce that might include taste, estimated days until harvest, nutrients, or fun facts. Much of this you could also find in our Seeds to Sow section of the website in our lettuce guide. This lesson also includes a KWL chart, which will be great for the students to kind of fill in before you get deep into the activity of actually growing the lettuce. And the final table that I included is what they can track the lettuce growing. And this may be a fun experiment to actually test out different seeds in a variety of growing environments. Here they have a couple of options for you. Maybe you have some grow lights in your classroom and you try a batch of seeds using those. You could try some on your windowsill, perhaps using our windowsill greenhouse kits that you could request in step 2, or even a closet or a windowless area of the classroom, and then compare across the weeks how the growth is. When you download the full lesson from our website, it'll also include ways you can branch out with the lesson. In terms of nutrition, you could celebrate the end of the unit with a salad party. You could branch out more into history, where you could research the origins of lettuce and how it was used in the past, or even through art. You could explore the concept of edible landscaping, and many edible plants are tasty and visually appealing. And this is a great example for lettuce, where there's varieties of very vibrant colors and textures. Students could brainstorm ways to promote edible landscaping at their school or in their community, such as writing a newspaper article or selling seeds or plants. Another lesson you'll find in Seeds to Know is called Root Study from the Whole Kids Foundation and American Heart Association. This is found under grades 3 through 5 and under Radish. In this lesson, students will learn that root vegetables are an important part of a healthy diet. You'll review the parts of plants and their functions and explain the 3 types of roots. This lesson also includes an interactive game and observation of a variety of root vegetables. Students will then dissect a radish and keep a log of their findings in a garden journal. As you can see, many Louisiana student standards are covered in this lesson for math, science, English language arts, and health. When you download this full lesson from our website, you'll also find a digging deeper activity where you can actually hydroponically regrow a root vegetable top. When it has grown and developed a root system in a glass of water, it can be transplanted into the garden. This lesson also includes a couple of extensions to health, where you could conduct a taste test with a root vegetable, or to math, where you could have students measure the weight, volume, and length of radishes and compare it with other root vegetables. Food has the power to unite communities, to create conversations, and to inspire change. If you have a passion for gardening and fresh food, you can turn it into a lifelong career. Check out the Career Paths section of the website for an exploration of careers focused on food, nutrition, agriculture, and health. Each career is also linked to degree paths in Louisiana to get you started. The last section of the website that I want to highlight today is the resources section. On this page, you'll click on the region that you live in, whether it's the Northwest, Northeast, Central, Southwest, or Southeast, and each regional page will be a shared space to promote Louisiana farm-to-school activities. The purpose of these pages are to connect the people and tools together for farm-to-school. I encourage you to add resources to your region. You can add places like community or school gardens, especially if you're looking for a volunteer, events like local food festivals, or organizations, which could include businesses or individuals involved in the growing community, like master gardeners. One last interactive part of Seeds to Success is the new Facebook group. We encourage all Louisiana gardeners and teachers to join the Seeds to Success Facebook group to connect with fellow gardeners and teachers. You can find the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/Seeds2Success-LA. You can also navigate to this group by going to our Louisiana Farm to School Facebook page, clicking on groups, and you'll find the Seeds to Success group within that. This is a great place for all our members to ask and answer gardening questions, exchange tips on their favorite lessons and activities for the classroom, and share resources. Finally, I would like to give you an overview of the Louisiana Harvest of the Month program. This is also made possible by the Louisiana Department of Education and the LSU Ag Center, and falls under the umbrella of our Louisiana Farm to School program. For those of you participating in Seeds to Success, Louisiana Harvest of the Month is a great program to do in tandem. The Louisiana Harvest of the Month program showcases locally grown foods in Louisiana schools, institutions, and communities. Each month, participating sites focus on promoting one locally grown item, such as strawberries. Activities could include serving this local item in a meal or snack, offering taste tests in the classroom, displaying Louisiana Harvest of the Month materials, which I'll explain in detail next, or teaching educational lessons and activities. Louisiana Harvest of the Month is the perfect way to launch or grow a farm-to-school program, as it provides an easy framework to follow and ready-to-use materials. When you sign up, you will receive a free packet of materials as well as guides, additional resources, and training. Here's a list of Harvest of the Month materials you will receive in a printed packet and electronically. Registered sites will also have access to workshops, professional development opportunities, and technical support. We'll include 17 Louisiana Harvest of the Month posters that each highlight a different local product. Each month, you'll pick a local food according to the seasonality calendar and display the poster in the cafeteria or on a bulletin board in the school. We also encourage all of our sites to conduct at least one Harvest of the Month lesson each month. You can find these in our compendium, which is number 3 on this list, or on seeds2success.com. Lastly, conducting taste tests is a great way to help students become adventurous eaters. Sites should conduct at least one taste test in the cafeteria or the classroom each month and submit voting results using the Tried It, Liked It, or Loved It voting system. Use the taste test guide to set up a taste test system that works for you. We'll also include these fun stickers for those who participate in the taste test. Louisiana K-12 schools and after-school programs can register free of charge at any point during the school year for the Louisiana Harvest of the Month program. You can sign up today by scanning the QR code on your smartphone and filling out the form, or by going to www.bit.ly/3NYMW1P. You can also learn more by going to www.lsuagcenter.com/LAHOM. You can participate by gathering a team and registering for this program today Your team should include at least 2 people, such as a food service staff member, administrator, educator, or provider. Once you sign up, we encourage you to find and integrate Louisiana Harvest of the Month products into at least 1 school meal or snack per month. Our Louisiana Harvest of the Month recipes and menu templates make it easy to showcase Louisiana Harvest of the Month foods. You can also incorporate these local foods into your existing recipes or feature items in the salad bar. Lastly, we encourage you to involve parents and community members in this program. It's a perfect way for people to get involved. Send recipes and Harvest of the Month handouts home with students to share with their parents. This concludes the Seeds to Success training video. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions or comments about the video, the website, or the free gardening materials, please email me, Johanna Freeler, at louisianafarmtoschool@agcenter.lsu.edu. Thanks, and get growing.